Hello, hello. Welcome to the Knight's Arm, and we are continuing our series of forming the Persian Empire as Armenia. Something that came across my mind was I wasn't sure if when I form Persia, if it will be called the Persian Empire or if it'll just be called Persia. So, I mean, I would like it to just be called Persia to just keep it simplified and less redundant, but I guess because right now the series is called the Persian Empire, but I have a feeling it's called Persia because I've been reading some posts on the Imperator Rome wiki, and I think it's just called Persia. So I might have to change the naming on that as well as some what I have written on my thumbnails. But anyways, here we are. We were continuing off. So I mean, again, with a lot of these Paradox Interactive games, they have these two analogies for different ways you can play the game. You could either play the game wide or you could play it long. Long means don't worry about how well thrived your city is internally. Just expand as much as possible. And the idea is in your expansion, your city will naturally become more rich and more thriving. And then you have the opposite of that, which is playing wide, which is don't try to expand as much as possible. If you can, it's good, but if you can just stay your normal size, and if that's what your limitations are, that's perfectly fine. And you just try to make your province as rich as possible. Those are the two different gameplays. And when I'm reading the wiki for forming the Persia, it says to keep Armenia wide for a bit, and to make sure that the Seleucids or Phrygia over here don't invade. So we need to ally ourselves with one of them, which is unfortunate because they won't ally us now. They have too many relations. I can't check how many relations they have, but the wiki tells us to ally with the Seleucids or Phrygia. And I mean, allying with anybody across here is pretty much useless. So we formed an alliance with Lygia. I mean, it's definitely a much smaller nation than ours, but it should help us tackle Iberia. But Iberia is allied to Albania and Colchis. So we're still a bit, we're sort of landlocked here, so to speak. We could look. This is allied to Colchis, so I could probably take down these two. But again, going into war is definitely a long-term thing. So let's go ahead and go back to this map mode. I think I like the terrain map mode just because I could see my country. I mean, when I zoom out, it just goes back to normal. But I sort of like the look of this also. So let's go ahead and look at our trade real quick. We have an unused trade route in our capital. And I believe I was mistaken on one of my other things with the leather. Yeah, because it says if it's in the capital, it gives me light infantry defense, but I also get the local slave output. I didn't read the local slave output, but I get more slaves there. And if I look at here, slaves, it produces tax and trade goods. And so if I do view pops, my slave is naturally going to go up because right now I'm at 22. It shows me the plus sign. It's going to reach 28. And the faster I make it reach 28, that means it doesn't grab it from other provinces, or I'm not sure how that will work. But let's go ahead and do the leather so we can get local slave output. Although I'm not sure what output means. It just means how much I'm getting out of them or how much slaves I'm outputting from other provinces into this province. I'm not sure. Although, again, there's a lot of other stuff. We could do iron. Did we do iron already? We did. So if we import another one, we get more heavy infantry discipline. Okay, we could do some more wood, which gives us more local tax. We could do some dates. This is commerce income. So this is more for my population. Although my food is still... Okay, so my food is going up because I've imported some... Have I imported grain? I think I've imported grain. Wait, let's look at what my imports are. Current imports are iron. That's it. Let's look at what they're doing. The envoy from the Aramaic local power of Adiabin is requesting to import wood from province of Vasapurikan. As we are currently not exporting, we would gain the following bonuses: ship recruitment speed. So this is, again, I was having an issue before, but this is the bonus that we get after we export it. Let's look at our province real quick of Vaspurakan, which is over here. Let's go ahead and select it. Oops. So anything up here is the province level, and this right here is the settlement slash city section. So if you see anything up here, you know it's the same for everyone. So we're not, we have a surplus plus, so we're getting 2 of these because now we're getting, any surplus gives us 3%, and now we have 2 of them. So let's go ahead and give it to them. We'll lose 3% tax, but I think we should be good to go because we'll be gaining 0.28 each month. But I think the cost is worth it, or is it? Because again, ship recruitment speed, I'm not going to be dealing a lot with ships in this game. Where, unless I mean, especially where I am. There is a port here. Yeah, there's some entry points going all through here, so we can get access over here, but I mean, we don't need to in the short run. So let's go ahead and decline. But if we decline, they will get mad at us. And this is a state feudator of Silicude. Let's go ahead and just decline them. We don't need that. They want wood. They keep wanting our wood from this province. Let's just keep declining the wood because I like that local tax benefit. Unused. So I have an unused good here. Let's go ahead and import. Oh, I have 1 out of 4, so I still have 3 out of 4. What happened? I mean, didn't I import all 4? I guess I didn't. Let's go ahead and do some salt from you, sure. I gotta go all the way back to the screen now. Let's go ahead and do some salt. And we can't import anything else. Oh, right, and it costs money for us to import also. I didn't even take that into an account. I should have just left that trade good open. The treasury of Circus Arxiad. That is he's the governor. And he's not a member of family. It seems Circus Arxiad has gotten his hands on a lot of wealth. He has started investing a great deal of silver into building a reputation for himself lately. Though it is unclear exactly where he found these riches, his efforts are surprisingly effective. With his increased popularity, Cyprus has started vying for a more powerful position in Armenia, shamelessly comparing himself to our ex, Orontes III Oronted. He will quiet down in time, hopefully. So we lose 2 legitimacy. He gains 10 popularity, gains 5 corruption, and then he gains even more money for himself. And excuse me. So I lose 5 popularity. He loses 10 loyalty. Why will he use 10 loyalty? Excuse me. Or I do this where we gain 4 tyranny, we gain some gold. He loses loyalty, currently 81. He loses gold. He gains popularity. He gains corruption. Okay, so the bottom is the same, I believe, right? The bottom is the same because it already happened. Now the question is, what do I do at the top? Okay, so I think I'll do this one so I can get some gold. I don't care about it. He already has a lot of loyalty, so let's go ahead and do that one. They want our wood, of course. Let's go ahead and just keep declining these. And allies from Pontus. Should we do them? They're not allied to anybody. Huh. They have 9,000, which is not a lot compared to us. Pontus will definitely be someone that we want to invade, but let's ally them in the short term. I wonder where we can check our how many relations we have, because I know there's obviously a limit for how many we can have. I'm assuming it's something, maybe something like that over there, but this is their. Oh, is this us? I think this is us. I guess here's my limit. Plus, or this is just my diplo relations modifier, but I don't know how many I can have here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Should we accept their alliance or should we declare war on them? This is the thing. I mean, this happened with the Atrapetine also. If I decline their alliance, they're just going to ally with somebody else. So if I accept it, will they just, have me in as an ally, or will they ally somebody else? Let's accept it. Just so they don't do anything funny in the future. How many nations are here? Are there's let's look at this map mode. This one right here. We can see how many nations there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is 5. So there's a lot of different nations over here that we could go in. They have over here a trading port. We could look at how much income they bring in. 0.34. Yeah, so this might be a rich area. This might be somewhere we might want to invade. Do we have the manpower? Let's look at how much they have. They have 6,000. I mean, we could easily take them down. So let's go and let's get ready for war, actually. Let's go and bring our troops over there. We have more. They want our wood. No, we're not giving our wood away because we don't care about the ship recruitment speed. Bad research ratio, I know. Okay. Let's just make sure they're not allied with anybody. Okay, they're allied with Colchis. But the question is, will Colchis defend them? And they only have 6,000 jobs. I mean, theoretically, we could take down both if we take down their army first, and then we go and take our army. Theoretically, we could do it. And we're starting to accumulate more and more gold. Let's look at our income, 530, which is not bad. We lowered our army maintenance, so I think we should tick that up a bit. We're going to lose some research, but oh, that didn't even affect it that much. Export value, import value. Do this, no. Okay, so we've increased our maintenance. I mean, we can increase it all the way up, which is what we probably should do. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll probably make some more troops. So we have our primary cohorts. This is the type of cohort that will be first to engage the enemy. Currently, we have selected light infantry. We can do some archers, but these are horse archers. Then we have heavy cavalry, and then we have the flanking, which is our horse archers. Although we'll probably want some heavy or some light cavalry to flank. This is the amount of cohorts the enemy will attempt to place on the flanks. So right now it's a maximum of 5. So I guess, well, 5,000. So 5,000 of these at most. Or is this just a ratio? I think this is a ratio. Or is it just 5? It'll try to get 5,000 on the flank to flank them around. All right, we'll see. So let's go ahead and no, we don't want to create a new unit. I want to add to this. We could do a shock action. Sometimes caution may be thrown in the wind. Few foes can stand against a massive charge, but we must be wary of those that can field a staunch defense. This is my objective, so I could do some AI. We could do shock. We could do in development, skirmishing, deception, bottleneck. Skirmishing, I heard, is probably the best. With our current army position, skirmishing has an effectiveness of 41%. Deception, horse archers, tactic effectiveness is 0%. You see, I mean, this is, I'm going to have to look into more research on this and actually find out which one is the best option. But let's go ahead and add more units. How can I add more units? I'm missing a button. There should be a button here. Right here, recruit to armies. So let's go ahead and do some you know, what is good in terrain, in heavy terrain or harsh terrain? What's good there? I'm not sure. We don't have any of the supply trains, but I don't think that's going to be useful right now because we don't even have a strong enough army for us to supply. So I guess we need to focus on that. We could do some light infantry. Heavy cavalry is also good. So let's do some heavy cavalry, some light cavalry. Let's see, these are the horse archers. Let's do some light cavalry and some light infantry. And we'll throw in some archers there. Although the archers aren't really good with that much. Okay. So if we do something like, let's see if we can import something else. Local tax, no. Iron, salt. Let's look at what salt gives us. Army maintenance cost goes down. What about iron? What about honey? No. This is going up pretty good. We could probably do this where we get more research points. Papyrus. Let's do, or glass. Let's do papyrus. We get imported from Egypt. And I shouldn't forget my my mercenaries that I could hire. I need to, they cost 105. And these cost 58. So if I drill them, units organized, the maintenance cost goes up and the movement speed decreases, but I get a much better army morale. This increases that. My experience gain goes up. This is going up by 0.33. And my army maintenance cost goes up. No, I'm looking at the loyalty chance. Loyalty gain chance. Is that a plus? Yeah, that's a +1. So the thing about your armies, you don't want them being loyal to your leader, because then they could, if he gets unhappy and he decides to revolt, he could bring this whole army with him. So for your cohorts, the lower the loyalty, the better it is, which is opposite to everything else. Because this is not loyalty to your country, this is loyalty to the general or your commander or your leader, whatever you want to call it. This is my enslavement efficiency. This is how effective I can get slaves. All right, so I have a first child. Well, we can call them Arskaces. Okay, that's good. So I think we should probably start fabricating a claim with them. This will cost us 20 of our political influence. We should probably do that. Let's see who we can declare war on first. Should we declare war on them or them? Let's declare war on them first. Yeah, I think we should do Bithynia. Is this their nation name or is this settlement of Curazos in Macedonia? So that's the nation name, Curazos. So let's go and fabricate a claim on them. They have no province which we could conquer and more that we could fabricate a claim. Only coastal provinces in our control range or those adjacent to our territory could be claimed. Okay, so they're not even close to ours. That's why. Unless we ask for military access. Can we ask for military access? We can. And if we do, then we'll be able to fabricate a claim, I believe. Huh. There is a mission that I could do. One of them that gives us all of this. Yeah, okay. We have pretender support. I'm not sure what that means. Pretender support. An envoy from the Elson major power of Egypt is requesting to import earthenware from the province of Armenia Minor. As we are currently not exporting it, it would gain the following bonus. You see, the wording of this is very weird. Let's go to that province, which is Armenia Minor. And they want to import earthenware. Where is it? Right here. So, if we export it, we get a bonus. But we lose our research point, plus 1%. Let's do it just in case. Let's do it. How much are we gaining each month? 959. Where's this going? Why is it going over there? Why are they doing their own thing? My leader is disloyal and pursues their own agenda? Is that why I can't control them? What's his loyalty? 0%. Wow. Huh. He only has a 7 martial ability. He is part of my family. What's his power base? 41. He has a lot of powers. We can bribe him. We pay some political influence. We gain 1 corruption. We lose 100. So this is just our ruler that loses. How much does just our ruler have? Does it show somewhere? Characters. This is the ruler. He has 520. So if we bribe him, he gains 15 loyalty for 48 months. And he himself, Ethramitris. But he's my only family member. Why is he getting disloyal? Should we just bribe him and get it over with? Let's go ahead and bribe him and get it over with. Now I believe I can control his men. Or I still can't. His loyalty is still too low. So let's go ahead and make friends. We'll see what the plot, where the plot takes us. Okay. Incendiary slave speaks in Artaxata. A hot-heated slave with the talent for oration by the name of Aristides Dazanis has been stirring up his fellow bondsmen in the city of Artaxta. The local authorities have so far managed to keep the situation under control, but the present fool continues to hold forth on the corruption and unfairness of the political system, with Oranges III Oriented receiving honorable mentions. The slave population of the entire province of Ayararat has now been heard of this exploit, and now the city elites and slave owners are demanding immediate action to ensure the status quo is not disturbed further, and any slave rebellion is crushed before it can be followed to foment. So we gain popularity, we kill the slave, our slave happiness goes down, and we gain 4 tyranny. We could, so that was round up the troublemaker and his supporters and crucify them. Divide the group and deal with the leader. So we gain instead 5 loyalty, but we still decrease that 50%. He's not killed, so that Armenian slave and our text is still there, so he can still cause some trouble. The Aristos could be useful, so we get -1 local unrest, and we lose 10 political influence, or what of it? So our slave output and our slave happiness goes down. Should we kill him? Let's not risk our slave output. Yeah. Making an impression. Alright, so this is the guy that we wanted to make friends with. Our position offers many ways to publicly flatter Ethemetris, Oriented. Careful praise of his deeds in the halls of government and among the notaries of our country will be sure to find its way back to his ears. Alternatively, a lavish sacrifice in his honor can hardly go ignored, and then again, few can spurn the gift of a public statue in their honor, particularly a flattering one. So we publicly praise him. We lose 10 political influence, and we make moderate amount. So do we lose? Let's lose the political influence, because we have a good amount. I definitely want to... They're still not out. They're allied to Colchis. Colchis has 8,000, 6,000, so that's 13. I'm sorry, 14. And this is, we only have 13 here. I doubt they actually have all their men mobilized. Okay, so it says the cohorts over here. So this is 3, this is 4. Let's go ahead and fabricate a claim on them. I was trying to guess how much they have, but this is just manpower. It tells me how many cohorts they have. So let's go ahead and fabricate a claim on that entire province. Sure, why not? We're allied with Lygia, so Lygia could join in. Who is Iberia allied to? They're just in the zone of control or is trading them. The Gladiator. A previously known gladiator has recently risen to great prominence in the arena, drawing huge crowds and by all accounts putting on a peerless show. A well-placed box seat could easily win over Ethemetris. So we could buy him a gift to... Buy and gift him to Ethemetris. We lose 10 influence and we continue to make moderate account. We lose popularity. Everyone enjoys a good show. Which one gives us more? Let's lose the political influence. Although I hope I don't need the political influence to make peace deals. Or else that'll be sort of bad. So can I still control them? No. Okay, everyone likes gold. So this is where I would just give them gold. The ruler will give 250 of their personal wealth. How much do I have? I mean, how much does my wealth really affect me? I have 424. Gaining 5. You know, there's probably a button where I could transfer some of my wealth into the treasury of the nation. I'm unnoticeable. Wow, I have a bad trait. So again, I want to know, like, if this goes to 0, what actually happens? This is just, I mean, do I just have my wealth here just so I can bribe people? Is that the only reason why I have some wealth here? Or are there other uses I have for my own wealth? There probably is other uses. I mean, this stuff is obvious health. Obviously, if it's 100%, my ruler will probably live until it dies at a normal age. If my health deteriorates, then the likelihood of me dying goes down. Age is obvious. These are obvious. So the gold is the only thing that's a bit questionable. Should I just let this deplete? I probably should. So let's go ahead and give him some gold. We make large progress, and it should now give us something that makes it successful. Okay, who are the Seleucids at war with? Cappadocia, and the Cappadocians are allied to Phrygia. So does that mean, are all their provinces occupied? All right, so these two great powers here are at war, which is sort of good. I mean, if we declare war like on Atropatene, they might not join in, or even if they do, they might not. I mean, they might be too distracted over here. Our efforts to encourage a friendship between Orontes the Third, Oronted, and Ithrians have paid off. Good. Does that mean I can control the army? What's his loyalty? 27%? Do I still need more? As custom dictates, the eager yet politically inexperienced man Cyrus Aristad, who is he? He's the governor of Cappadocia. Has approached us in obeisance, asking for our formal patronage. Such a request carries few practical duties, but will increase the standing of Cyrus amongst his peers. Such a benevolent action may also integrate us with the Armenian elite. Consider it done. Sure. But we can also gain some, we gain another charisma. No, not charisma, I'm sorry. That's civic leadership, or what do they call it? Civic idea? But what is it actually called? Finesse, yeah. Or we gain 5 finesse. If we gain 5 finesse, that'll be 10. Let's do that. Let's gain some finesse. Although our popularity is pretty low, 75. But our popularity only affects our legitimacy and our tyranny. I think I should probably go with, let's do, so I should probably go with this over here so I can gain, I can gain 1. Oh, I gain 1. I thought it says gain 5. So I gain 1. My income goes up, my build cost goes down. Probably goes down by 11% or 12%, something like that. I'm not sure. Let's do this. He gains 1. Okay, let's do this then. That's fine. So again, I have some pretender support. Can I still control my army? I cannot, because his loyalty is still not up. What else can I do to increase his loyalty? Power base and country, pretender, -20, power base of supporters. Is he a ruler? I mean, is he a possible successor? He is. This is him right here. I have a low chance of success of bringing him to trial and getting him to step down or whatever. So does this mean I cannot control my army at all? I mean, I can declare war and have them do everything for me. But I guess I can't do anything now. So I guess we'll leave it at there for this episode. That is very strange. I mean, I knew that if your ruler gets unloyal, it was ironic because I was just saying it out of nowhere and then it actually happened to me. So we'll continue the next episode and we'll see how we can get this deal situated. And we'll declare war on Trapezous, and then if Colchis joins in, whatever, we'll take some of their provinces over here, and then we'll be at a perfect chance to invade Iberia next, and then Albania. We'll just pretty much conquer this whole region before we become successful enough, wealthy enough, civilized, and with our increased and improved tech, we can then invade the Seleucids. So we'll see you guys in the next episode.